So as a filmmaker or as an event producer, as a media creator, whatever, or music maker, you know, take a stand, be brave and say, this is what I want to say, this is what I want to in some way penetrate people's, you know, blockages and move people. You know, if you're visualizing or you're writing your dreams or something, there should be like engaging music.
No uncomfortable silence.
No, because
silence,
silence is horrible unless it's planned. Music is such a powerful storytelling tool, and I think it's quite overlooked. That just by itself you can bring out conflict with. If you're saying like, oh, I love you so much, you know, it's so great to be here, but in the background there's like horror movie. You know, you have to have the conflict. There has to be something that creates emotion, and with the conflict is also a sense of uncomfortability. And then you resolve it, and you're like, oh, and that's where I want to bring people back in the end. And then I'll play something that is, you know, like We Are Family or something
exactly. So that's what you're really great at. You create the emotional journey. It's not just actually the music. You use actually the lyrics.
The lyrics as well. And I got into acting very early. We watched a lot of movies at home, and a lot of them were actually silent movies where music always was an integral part because you didn't have any line.
When it comes to emotions and, you know, understanding emotions, you know, I've been working with actors also, and I found that for them it's like a whole universe.
Because we're playing with that, we're playing with each other, we're playing with ourselves. Acting is reacting, it's being in a moment and just kind of reacting to what's there. And 80% of what I do is totally intuitive and is totally just in the moment, and I just hear it and I sense it, and my fingers just start working. And I use a lot of cinema music. I use a lot of songs that people can relate to.
That's something that I noticed at your events, which is very special, that you create a feeling in people of recognition. You play a song that kind of heightens it and brings it out, you know, exactly what is it that's going on.
Or sometimes a little bit distracts it as well. So we as people have this innate need of recognizing, you know, metaphors and recognizing archetypes, and that's why a lot of movies are built on archetypes.
You are fed these storytelling techniques, and that's why if you don't use them, people don't recognize themselves in the story. They don't know where they are in the story. For example, also when you're watching a film, you need to know what genre is it. So is this supposed to be funny, or is it supposed to be a tragedy?
You can of course break the rules when you know, but if it's too complicated, you lose.
That's the thing with all the little details of your product. So in a film, a lot of people think it's just something to smack on, but it's not. And also the tempo and the flow of the music has to be adapted to the message. So it's a very, very focused thing, and when you do it right, you don't notice it. But when you do it wrong, you do.
You do. Just be curious, you know, like be crazy curious of how things turn out, and just because that will give you a sense of playfulness and a sense of exploring, because that's creativity.